Good evening and welcome to tonight's live lesson. This is the advanced lesson, live lesson number 102. So stoked that we've let me start again. Stoked that we've crossed the 100 live lessons mark. So it's quite a milestone, and I'm really thankful that all you guys have stuck around and all your support has been outstanding, and your suggestions on how I can make the site better and stuff that you want to see. So thank you for that. So this live lesson now is advanced 7/8 grooves. So what makes these advanced 7/8 grooves? Well, now in the previous lesson we did basic eighth note 7/8 grooves. And when I say basic, man, they're in 7/8. They're not basic. This stuff isn't easy. So the idea with this is to try and solidify how you count and your basically how you feel within time. So by practicing odd time like this, you're going to solidify your 4/4 time and all that kind of stuff. And that's what we're after. We're after that kind of result. So anyway, with these 7/8 grooves, however, we're going to be adding 16th notes to the snare drum and to the kick. So, and it's all based off one variation. So the first variation that we're looking at, the main groove we're looking at, is this. And as you can see, it's basically a hand ostinato. So we've got it goes 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. So that's what we're starting off with, and then we're going to build up off that. We're going to be adding bass drums, and that's what's going to change all this. So yeah, hope everyone's cool with that. So, and if you're not, let me know and I'll try and go a bit slower. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Looking for the click. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and a 3. Okay, so and again, so just to refresh, 7/8, all it means is count to 7. So top number is 7 and the bottom number is telling you what to use to count that. So it's count to 7 using eighth notes. If it was 7/4, it'd be count to 7 using quarter notes. If it was 12/8, it'd be count to 12 using eighth notes. If it was 6/8, count to 6 using eighth notes, and all that. So if you're not really sure about that kind of stuff, go back to the previous, the basic lesson that I did today, and I talk about that kind of stuff. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. The top number just tells you how many to count to. The bottom number tells you at what rate. It's nothing complex. There's nothing more to it than that. That's it. All right, so let's have a look at this first groove, and we're going to do this with the click, just to give you an idea of the basis of this. All right, so here we go. So as you can hear, I'm accenting the snare drum on 2 and 4. Okay, so, and that's what's giving it the dynamics and the groove. So we're really trying to keep those non-accents soft, and we're trying to, at the moment I'm rim shotting the 2 and 4, but you don't have to rim shot it. In fact, it is a really good idea to hit just the middle of the snare and get comfortable with that. To me, if you're not comfortable doing that, then you shouldn't be doing the rim shots, because what will happen is you'll end up playing everything as rim shots, and then one day you're going to go to the studio and you're going to play something, and the guy's going to go, hey man, or you're going to be in the gig and they're going to say, sounds great, but can you not do the rim shot because it's a little bit loud, and you're going to go, oh yeah, cool, and then you're going to be so uncomfortable you're going to really struggle. And I'm talking from my own experience. Just try and bypass that. So get used to playing in the middle of the snare with no rim shot, and get used to playing on the rim as well to develop your rim shots. So looking at number 2, this is the first one where we're going to add some bass drum. So we've got the same hi-hat and snare drum pattern, except we've got kick now on 1 and 3. So it's 1E and 2E and a 3 and a 4E, 1E and 2E and a 3 and a 4E, 1E and 2E and a 3 and a 4E, 1E and 2E and a 3 and a 4E, 1. So here we go with that one. Cool. So, wrong button, sorry. Now we're going to move on to number 3. So number 3, we've got kick on 1 and 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and... So yeah, it's going to start taking on some different colors now. So here we go with that one. Cool. So another thing you would have noticed there with that one was when I did it, I started off playing the accent on every downbeat. So every time we started again, the accent was on the 1. Okay. What I ended up doing was I changed it. I kept doing accent, non-accent, accent, non-accent, which because we dropped half a beat, because we dropped an 8th note, that meant that the 1 would then be a non-accent and the ands would be accented. And we'd switch around and sorry, my shoulder's just killing me. It would give this really cool kind of displaced feel to it. So that's something I want you guys to muck around with as well, once you're comfortable with this stuff as well. All right, so looking at number 4 now, we've got kick on 1 and 3, and the and of 3. So yeah, here we go with that one. So it's, which one is it for? 1E and 2E and a 3, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E, 1E and... So here we go with that. Cool. So now moving to number 5. So number 5 now we've got 1 and 3 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 2 and 3 and 4. And let's get into that one. And so on. So moving to number 6? Yeah, so number 6 is, now we've got a 16th note on the bass drum, and that's going to be on the of 1. So it's 1E and A2E and so 1E and A2E and 1E and A2E and a 3E and a 4E and A2E and a 3E and a 1. 1E and so it's a 1E and A2E and A3E and a 1E and A2E and A3E and a 4E, 1E and A2E and A3E and a 4E, 1E and a 2. Yeah. So here we go with that one. Yeah. So now moving to number 7. Now this one we've got a bass drum on 1, a bass drum on the of 1, a bass drum on the 3, and a bass drum on the of 3. And yeah, so it's just slowly moving up, slowly. Now these, I don't think of these as being more difficult, they're just different. So the key is to make sure you're counting out loud, you're following the music, and you're going slow enough that you know what's going on. If you're not doing one of those things, chances are you're going to mess up and you're going to do something wrong. So always do follow those 3 steps. And as always, you should be playing with a click. You shouldn't even have to tell you that, but just make sure that you do it. Be a man, do the right thing. Oh, be a woman, do the right thing. I don't know. Trying to be too PC nowadays. Here we go. It's been a long day, sorry. Shoulders fried from sitting over a keyboard all day. Oh man. Oh, here we go. And last but not least, we've got the same groove as before, except we're adding one more 16th at the end, which is on the 4E, I guess. Yeah, so 4E. So 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E, 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E, 1E and a 2. Yeah, so here we go with that one. Also, if you've got any questions, now's the time to get those to me. Let's do a little bit faster. Let's do it about 80. And so on. And I just personally love putting on a click like that and soloing around and seeing what happens. A lot of the time I lose it, but that's because I'm trying to stretch and all that. And as long as I've got the click on and I can check, and at least then I know if I'm playing in 7/8 or not. So it's a really challenging thing, and it's a really fun thing to do. So hopefully you guys can get up to there as soon as you can. So now it's question time. So if you've got any questions, now's the time to get those to me. Remember, there's a 28-second delay. There doesn't seem to be any questions right now. We're going to wrap it up there. When you're comfortable with this and you want some feedback, please submit your video through the site and get your videos to me. So remember, you just go to the live lesson page. If you're watching this in the archive, obviously. So right next to the PDF button is a button saying submit video. You just hit that, upload your video to there, and that's it. Then it will be under your submitted videos tab in your account. You'll see that, and then underneath it'll tell you awaiting feedback or watch feedback. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure once I reply with feedback, you will get a message, an email telling you about that. So for you guys who have been using it, please let me know. If any of that stuff's not working, please let me know so I know to fix it. Anyway, until then, I am going to go because I've been in this room for about 12 hours today and I need to get out because I'm going stir crazy. Have a fantastic week. Hopefully, please come to the masterclass tomorrow. I'm going to send you guys an email reminder, but be there. Lots of stuff happening. Jerry's amazing. Pick his brain. That's why I'm making it happen for you guys. Have a great week and happy practicing.